Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. So I don't like the look of this D. Listen, I don't need gay or straight boner pills. My boner works just fine.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to see boobies! I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Not muted. When I do Wormhole Watch, I switch it to the headset because it's better audio for Brad than this. And I forgot. Shut up. Shut up. Restart. Give me a second. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double D's, where you, the chat, the gatekeepers, are here to help me do the good work that we try to do and make me suffer for it. Shut up. I forgot that I switched it. I totally forgot. So I wasn't muted. I just didn't have the right audio input turned on in StreamYards. Shut up. It's Monday. Hey, it's Monday. All right. These things are expected. It's a Monday. Anyway, all right. So it's Monday. It's good. That's all. It's Monday. Whatever. All right. It's still a little cold outside, but it's gonna be hot here. It's gonna be 80 degrees by Saturday when I go to do my taxes, and I'm happy. I'm happy it's gonna be warm. I'm tired of the cold. I'm tired of the snow. It's gonna do one last gasp of snow in a few hours, bunch of very light flurries and shit like that. And I want it to be done. I'm ready to just get warm again. Ready to have more normal energy bills. Energy bills are insane right now. But either way, it's going to be a bit of a weird week, at least for me, because, I got to get shit prep for the taxes. I got to take care of my passport this week so that I can travel by air, because thanks to what I consider very retarded things, your license isn't good enough anymore. Your license isn't good enough. You need either a real ID or your passports. So I have to get my passport renewed. My passport literally a couple weeks ago just expired. So you have within 5 years of an expired password due. So I just need to do it now. So I just got to I got to do a picture this afternoon, and then I got to just fill out the form online. So it should, hopefully it'll get through the first phase. I'll have to alter the dimensions of the picture to fit what they require, but I'm pretty good at that stuff. I can handle it. That's simple shit. That's simple shit. All because I need to go to Orlando in May for the Day of Doom, May 25th, real Star Wars Day, also Labor Day, Memorial Day. Yeah, Memorial Day. It's on Memorial Day, where the Day of Doom, many horrible, sad things will happen to me, all for the sake of your entertainment, which include another tier list right now. Mind you, just a reminder, the second Day of Doom torture tier list before you. This also has a purpose. We are literally now a month away from my StreamYards needing to be re-upped, my subscription, and all donations to this tier will go towards that right now, so that I can continue to stream another day. So what do we got today, though? So anyway, so it's a torture tier. You guys can see it. We're going to climb it. We'll get there. I have a feeling you guys will get there for me. And, of course, the rules remain. And guess what, guys? And hold on. Let me look at it. Let me give you the exact number, because it's almost over. It's almost over. In 4 hours, my strike will go away. In 4 hours, my channel strike will disappear, because I was a good boy for 90 days. So there we go. So we might return reactions this week to the stream at a little bit of a higher cost. For the risk, there must be higher reward. So we might return reactions, but let's be careful. We'll be careful. So we might return reactions to that. Either way, so the strike is gone, and it's been rough having it. Hope you guys are doing well. I have not heard a single rumor of a Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, and your positivity is interesting as a kid. The movie will make over $1 billion. We talked about this yesterday on Roundtable briefly. Spider-Man Brand New Day will make money. It will make profit, but the movie's probably going to be dog shit, because the narrative, the story surrounding it, is garbled mess. Once again, Peter Parker does not get his own movie. They're jamming Punisher in there, Hulk in there, likely Sadie Sink is Jean Grey if the rumors are true, and they're throwing in way too many villains, some of them not even Spider-Man villains in there. The movie's going to be a mess, and I don't think it's going to be received as well as Far From Home was. I don't think it's going to be received well. I think in the end it'll make its money, but it will not be received well, because I think it's going to be a narrative mess. And it's a shame. They really should give Tom Holland a chance to just carry the movie by himself. I don't know if he could do it, but he's earned the chance. He's made money on all 3 of his Spider-Man movies. Made money on all 3 of them, where they remain profitable, because Spider-Man is the number 1 hero in the world. Second, with Batman coming in at a close second. Spider-Man is the most recognizable, most popular hero around the world. He just is. That I'm not making that up. That's the truth. It's Spider-Man and Batman, probably in Superman, but we already saw DC doesn't know what to do with Superman. They just don't. They do not. Anyway, so what are we doing today? The title of today's stream is "It's Unhealthy to Lie to Yourself," and I mean that, because we've got a couple of things dropped yesterday, which we sort of touched on in Roundtable, but another story dropped overnight. 2 more stories dropped overnight, and I'm watching these fake fans in these stands lie to themselves in order to maintain the fantasies they live in. I've got 3 things we're going to look at here. I believe I got 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. First one, let's go with the one we sort of touched on yesterday. As I just mentioned, the DCU is not profitable. Never has been profitable. They tried to tell us a whole bunch of lies last summer. about Superman 2025. James Gunn's Superman. And I am still fascinated at the levels to which James Gunn's Superman 2025, the levels to which they have tried to protect this movie. And I still don't quite understand it. I have a little bit of understanding, but I don't quite fully still have a rational explanation as to why everybody, let me tell you everything. The people who put James Gunn's dick in their mouth, the people who clamor to basically turtle up around this movie, in the DCU in general, I do not understand why they had to protect this movie. It wasn't particularly well acted. It wasn't a particularly good story. It wasn't a good representation of Superman in the end. But they're holding it up, and to this moment, they have to keep pushing how great it is, how much money it made. Now, is that in a reaction to the Snyder Bros? Perhaps, because the Snyder Bros also don't let it go. The Snyder Bros also continue to push their shit. Snyderverse ain't coming back. But so they keep going. But then this happened yesterday. And I have two examples because they're two most annoying ones. Our returning favorite, Moonlight Warrior, who is a complete and total dick. Superman's box office ended up even higher than the final WB update. Superman ended its box office run with $624 million worldwide. A huge success! Here are the numbers right here. Of course, he's using Metacritic. The numbers actually gives... I'm going to bring up the numbers real quick. Let me see if the numbers... The numbers is actually much more accurate than Metacritic. Superman. There we go. Let me bring it up here. Okay, yeah, so it is 624. That is the final estimate. They somehow found another $10 million in, let's see, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. They found another $10 million in 7 months to slap on to the total. And still they're claiming it made $100 million when even by their numbers, it needed 650 for a break even. It still lost money, but they're going to pretend it's a huge success when the international number is abysmal. 7 billion people around the world said no to this movie. Flat no. Respectable domestic at 354, but abysmal international, and it lost money. They could pretend the 100 million happened. It didn't. It did not. There was no possible way that it made $100 million profit when its break even was 650. When you combine the known production budget, even the fake one they gave us, and the marketing budgets. So it's an easy multiplication equation. There was another post, I forgot to bookmark it, which tried to break it down using the break-even equation, but they left out the marketing. So they only multiplied it by 2, not 2.5, and they left the marketing. So their numbers didn't get them anywhere either, but they tried to obfuscate and pretend. So so Moonlight Warrior, this guy is one of the chief shills for this bullshit, among other things. And then this guy's popped up on my timeline too. James Prescott, superhero and punk rocker. He's an author, excellent conversationalist. And he also does stupid shit. And look, he's got pronouns, Demi, happily married. What, happily married to somebody drilling you in the ass with a dildo or a dick? I'm sure. Same statement, though. So the final figures of Superman were actually 624. Over 100 million profit overall. Where are your receipts for that? You don't have it. A big success in every metric. No, not at all. So these people are lying to themselves because they're competing with Snyder Bros? I mean, in their eyes, if we don't like this movie, we're all Snyder Bros, which, is far from what I am. I am not a Snyder Bro. But it's ridiculous, the length to which they go to lie to themselves for this shit. It's not healthy. And we talked about it yesterday. You'll get it in the clipped video. It's going to come up later this afternoon. How they are all convincing themselves that everything is fine with the DCU. James Gunn's job is safe. from the Paramount takeover. Yeah, it's safe for a year and a half because he's under contract. And it would likely cost them money they don't want to spend to break the contract. So they're going to let James Gunn do what he's going to do because they can't stop it, especially because Paramount will likely not take over until the end of next year, and James Gunn will still be under essentially his own autonomy. He will have the autonomy just as David Zaslav has let him have all this time to just keep making his shit. Because Superman didn't make money. They're all running around with this statement saying, oh, the anti-Superman, anti-gun people, they're coping that it didn't make any money. No, I have receipts. We have numbers. We can prove it. You don't. You have the numbers they gave you, which are lies. At the same time, we know that Supergirl is not going to make money. We know it's not going to make money. If Superman couldn't make a profit, he's a bigger superhero, more recognizable superhero than Supergirl. Supergirl doesn't have a chance. And I'm sorry, there's no amount of Millie Alcock simps in the world that'll make that movie profitable. There isn't. Because she's not really that hot. And we don't even know if she's really that good an actress. 5 minutes on House of the Dragon Season 1 makes not enough evidence. And then, of course, you've got Creature Commando Season 2. Some other bullshit on we got Lanterns. Yeah, there it is. I was trying to find the other show. Lanterns is going to be a disaster. And then Clayface. All of the nothing on streaming is going to make money. And Clayface may eke out a profit. Let me see what the Clayface budget is. Hold on a second. Let me see. Do we have a Clayface budget? Clayface 2026. Budget. They're claiming the Clayface movie has a $40 million budget. That's a wow. They're claiming it has. This is the first time I've looked up that budget. They're claiming Clayface has a $40 million budget. So Clayface, and with the marketing, it's probably going to need about. They have to put at least $50 more marketing, and I believe the budget's probably a little closer to $100 million, probably more 80, 100. But we'll play the game. We have to play the game. 80 plus 50. It's probably gonna be close to $100 million in total. So it's gonna need about somewhere between $200 and $300 million to break even. Can it get that? Maybe. Probably. So Clayface might eke out a profit because its budget is so low. Not because it's going to be a runaway success, but its budget is so low, which is honestly what studios need to do. You need to have low budgets. But nobody's really excited for Clayface. It's a Batman movie without Batman. And that's people don't want that. So there's going to be, and whatever money it makes, it's going to just go into the hole that's been dug by Supergirl and Lanterns. So we're going to get a whole nother year now of no money. And then, of course, next year will be all about Superman Man of Tomorrow, which will also not make money. They will make less than $600 million. Because this movie got as far as it did because there was still, what's the word I want? Benefit of the doubt. There's a benefit of the doubt. People willing to give it benefit of the doubt because it was new. That ain't there anymore. People are not going to show up for Superman Man of Tomorrow. They're not going to. And the diehards, the guntards, the cockswallowers, the tuka-slickers, they're not enough. They're not enough. So here's your first example of they're lying to themselves, and it's an indistinguishable question to me as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. But then we get this. There are two things that dropped overnight here. Here's the first one. I don't want to yell as much yet, so we'll go to the gaming one first. So we got an announcement overnight or yesterday. I forget when I see these things sometimes, especially if I don't have an article to pair it with yet. We got the announcement that there's a new God of War game coming out, but it's a prequel, and it's going to follow Faye, Kratos' second wife, mother of Atreus, as she goes on her adventure prior to meeting Kratos and possibly ending in meeting Kratos as he stumbles into the Norse lands. One, nobody has a problem with Faye. The game established that she was an ice giant and very strong. Was able to go toe to toe with Thor and have a fight. Nobody has a problem with that. She's a mythological being. Nobody has a problem with Faye. We barely saw her in the second game, only in flashbacks, but it was fine. Here's the other problem, though. Here's the problem. It's another prequel game. I guarantee people are not complaining because it's Faye. They're complaining because why are we getting another prequel game? We just got that weird little side-scroller prequel game of Kratos as a kid with Atreus' namesake. And now you're going to dump another prequel game on top of us before we get the remake trilogy and any sort of true announcement for the next in the actual series, whatever, God of War, Egypt, whatever we want to call it. That's the problem here. If people are being about this, it's because we don't want a prequel game. We don't want to play Faye's adventure. Not because it's Faye, just because we don't want to play Faye's adventure. We want to play Kratos' next adventure. But of course, the liars out there, these people live in their fantasy worlds, they must maintain their liar narrative in order to remain disillusioned. As expected, total meltdown across Twitter at the thought of playing a female-led God of War game. Faye's an absolute badass who also gave Kratos his axe and Atreus his bow. Grow up and stop being afraid of women. Nobody's afraid of women. You're afraid of women. Therefore, you think the rest of us are afraid of women. Listen, I got over being afraid of women in my 20s after being shot down enough in terms of trying to hit on girls and trying to create moments. You know, when you get shot down enough, you start not being afraid because, like, well, all right, it doesn't really, not really that bad. So you stop being afraid of women. So this is just this manufactured thing that these woke tards create of, all these chuds, they're afraid of women. No, most of the people that are probably playing these games either have girlfriends or are married. Lots of mature gamers are married with children. They're not afraid of women. Me, I'm just an idiot who can't get a date. But this is so dumb. It's like these games. A guy like this has a 21K YouTube channel. That boggles my mind. But obviously, he's got a small penis. And then, of course, female leads are not a flaw. First of all, one, nobody has a problem with Faye. Two, Grace, I believe her name is, for RE9. She's being well received. She's being well received by the Resident Evil fan base this past week. She's been received. Original Lara Croft, not. And that chick, well, she is a flaw because she's a Naughty Dog creation meant to be an agenda-driven hag. And keep making more. One, that's not Siri. That's possible. That's future Siri. And these three, I believe this one Jed has told me is okay. These two are terrible, as they are now. So this is insane. This is insane. Nobody thinks that female leads are flawed. Female leads are beloved. Female leads are listen, they're sexually fantasized about. They're praised. I love it. I have multiple female leads in my own creations. But they have to lie to themselves in order to exist in this fantasy world they've created where the chuds hate women. They have to. Because they're the ones that claim we rage bait, this and that. They're the ones that create these false equivalent scenarios. these scenarios based on lies. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, if female leads are not a flaw, why don't you have Eve from Stellar Blade up here? Oh, because Eve goes against their narrative. Eve is just a sexualized fuck doll for men to jerk off to. No, Eve was actually a really good character. Her body literally based on a real life South Korean supermodel. Her literally, that was a real woman's body in that game. They want to obfuscate, they want to run away from these truth facts that destroy their retarded narratives. They cannot possibly deal with it. But we can. We can. We love women. I love beautiful women. I love strong, actual strong female protagonists that get their due. So this is the lying again. They have to lie to themselves in order to make themselves the heroes, or make themselves the people who are, we're protecting women. We're protecting women. Shut up. Shut up, you stupid fucks. I got one more. And here is supreme lying. And this is lying by changing history. That's what this is. This is lying by changing history. Lying by making sure to basically eliminate the facts and the logic and the receipts. And this is what fake fans do, because fake fans only operate with their fake fan information. Excuse me. Last night, there was a little quote dropped by Leslie, former assistant to Harvey Weinstein, Headland, creator of The Acolyte. She gave a little interview someplace, and the quote is going around. I woke up to this morning. Quote, The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland says, Ki Adimundi appearing in the show does not break canon. Doesn't break Disney canon, because you fucked with it. I asked Pablo Hidalgo, yeah, there's your first mistake. That weaselly fat piece of shit was installed to be the Lord Guru of Disney Star Wars. Pablo Hidalgo, they pretend he's the know-it-all. He knows everything Star Wars. He knows nothing. He knows nothing. He hates George Lucas Star Wars lore. He hates it. I asked Pablo Hidalgo, I don't remember what he said about the birth date or life ban, but Pablo said it was cool. Many people read the script. Those many people were probably your sycophants. Pablo Hidalgo, you don't remember. So, first of all, this statement, she doesn't remember what he told her, but he said it was cool. Well, that's a lie. But today there's been a run of the fake fans. I got two examples. The first one, this guy used to call him, he's Mesa Windu. This guy is you can tell by the flag, this guy is a full piece of shit. This guy runs his mouth across all kinds of things. He is a hate monger. He is terrible. This was genuinely the stupidest discourse this franchise has seen in years. And it's not even close. Yeah, this guy pretends he's a fan, but he's not. And he's just a hateful little monster. And then, of course, we've got our favorite, Jeremy at Manabite. Because the entire argument about his birth date originated from a non-canon Legends book, many people are stupid. Oh, well, there's a little problem here. There's just a little problem with that. The actual source. Would you guys like to know what it is? Because we've talked about this in the past. This isn't anything new. But the actual source, do I have it here? Where'd it go? Oh shit! Did I delete it by accident? I think I deleted it by accident. All right, you know what? We'll go to my post. Never mind. We'll go to my post because I replied to this jackass. So we'll just go to my post because the picture is there. Here's the problem. Here's the easy thing when dealing with a fake fan. It's very easy to call them out if you're armed with knowledge and facts and receipts and truth. Do you want to know where we got the information of Ki-Adi-Mundi's race's age limit? Do you want to know? You want to because I could tell you. We got it from a book. Or it was a CD in a book. I think there's a couple versions out there, but essentially a LucasArts Entertainment produced Star Wars Episode 1 Insider's Guide, made by LucasArts, which was a company, a part of Lucasfilm, owned by George Lucas. So a fake fan like Jeremy Manabite has to lie and claim, oh, it's a Legends thing. And that's how you know who you're dealing with. They use the word Legends, you know who you're dealing with. But first of all, it's not even expanded universe. This is straight up production material released alongside the premiere of Phantom Menace in 1999. Released as a companion to the movie by LucasArts. This is top tier George Lucas Star Wars canon information material. This is top tier, released by his company, not a third-party company, not licensed out, let them do it, and we'll just put our little seal on it. No, LucasArts, where it says the age lifespan of Ki-Adi-Mundi's people. And they're all, and people like Jeremy and Manabite and all these little tards, they're running around trying to pretend it's how it works. No, right here, you have the truth. You have the truth right here. But in their world, if Disney Star Wars, if Disney didn't create it now, it's not canon. To these people, everything prior to 2012 is the fiction. That's what we're dealing with. So it's very evil to call out a jackass like this with simple facts. And yes, where did I get this picture? I got it from Wikipedia, which sold out. And they claim it's Legends, but it's not. The only reason they claim it's Legends is because it's pre-Disney canon. No. They accept the rebooted, changed, retconned crap that Disney does. But George Lucas tier information trumps all. So these people lie to themselves in order to win an argument and exist in a world where they're right. And it's not right. It is not a Legends book. This was a Lucasfilm, LucasArts officially released companion to Phantom Menace. Says it right here. As an exclusive look at the sights, sounds, and characters from Star Wars Episode 1. LucasArts Entertainment Company presents. You don't need it's a reference material. You do not need any more evidence of the legitimacy of the information provided in this guide. You don't. You don't. Don't lie to yourself. Otherwise, you're going to look like a fake-ass jackass like Jamie from Manabite and all these other people. If you are armed with the truth, you will always win. The truth provides you with irrefutable evidence that you may stand on as a foundation to hold up all your arguments. But you have to have the knowledge. You have to have the ability to research and know this and remember these things. See, I remembered this from the argument that came up. Because, listen, I didn't know the lifespan of Ki-Adi-Mundi's race until during this particular incident. This book was brought to my attention as the source of the information. It's not hard. It's not hard to have information at the tip of your fingers. And if you can't, and if you don't have my memory, you write it down. You write it down. There's nothing wrong with saving and writing it down. Not everybody has a mutant brain like I do. I remember everything. So there it is. That water didn't go down quite right. There it is. Don't lie to yourself. And when you see liars, fight with them. Point out how stupid they are. Point out how flawed they are, because your logic, your truth will win. Very simply. All right, I'm done with my ramblings to start the show. Thank you guys for sitting through it. I know that it's you may or may not always be interested in the stuff that I come up with to talk about, but there it is. So I would appreciate likes. Hit the like button. Be fun. Be fun. Also, feel free to now send money my way to dictate the rest of the show as we now go into the news segment and see what else is going on around the world and around entertainment. Well, we know what's going on around the world. We're not going to talk about that because we don't talk politics around here. But it is influencing some things, as we will see through some of the commentary. Don't call them filthy. Don't call them filthy. Treat them with respect, you goddamn ginger. All right, yes, guys. Hit the like button. Would be appreciated, guys. We appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, but you can't erase physical media. People have that. People still have that stuff. Anyway, all right. Let's bring up the news. Let's bring up the news and see what's going on here. Okie doke. Scream 7 actor Anna Camp apologizes for sharing posts that hit back at boycotters over Melissa Barrera. I meant no harm. Oh, yeah. So apparently Scream 7. I know it's a Home Alone reference. I turned it around into an insult on you, you retard. Anyway, so apparently Scream 7 came out, and despite, certain types of protests, it's off to the best premiere of the franchise. I personally don't like the Scream movies. I remember the original when we all went to see it, not knowing what it was going to be. I don't like the Scream movies. I think they're not fun. Christian Bale says reports of $60 million pay for Frozen 3 and 4 are absurd, and her salary is being misrepresented. Somebody's making a lot of things up. Well, why don't we just wait and see what the budget is? Then we'll figure that out later. Hijack Season 2 final finale teaser. Idris Elba gets proof of life from Marsha. I like Idris Elba, but I don't care about his TV shows. I never have. Lizzo's Pitch Perfect residency at the Blue Note Jazz Club launches a dazzling... Ew. I am a filthy console peasant. Shut up. Anyway, Lizzo, gross. Why is she still... Does anybody actually listen to her? Lizzo, gross. Yaz Haddad, I don't know, Australian film. CBS vampire comedy pilot Eternally Yours adds 3 to cast. No, thank you. No, thank you. God of War live action finds its Modi Magni, and Thrud. Still no Freya. That's interesting. But still, we talked about this yesterday. This cast is massively bloated, and it's too many red flags, man. Too many red flags. Best Medicine, renewed for season 2. I don't even know what that is. Why are they always pushing Harry Styles? Leave me alone with your Harry Styles crap. SNL UK, don't care about SNL UK. Nobody cares about it. Seed of the State, I don't care. I don't care about that. Nippon TV brings 2 new scripted formats to Series Mania Forum. I don't watch JP live action. I only care about anime. Anne Hathaway was fully in character on the Odyssey said, even when camera wouldn't see her for 3 days, you never stop working. What's respect? Respect. Well, I do my best to rant and entertain. You never know where you get the rant. Sometimes you have to pay for it, but sometimes you get it for free. Listen, Odyssey, July, right, Jed? July. Listen, we're going to see what happens with that. It's either going to be great or it's going to be crap. Right now, I'm honestly leaning towards crap. I do not like how I feel about this movie. Bad feeling about it. That's important. Zombies 5 set at Disney Channel. What? People still watch Disney Channel. What? Huh? Brain not working. Scott Stuber on Hollywood's emotional response to Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery merger predicts entrepreneurial boom. Well, here's the thing. People are really, really really losing their shit over the Paramount Warner Brothers stuff. And I mean, we talked about it yesterday. A lot of it's nothing. It will be better than what Netflix was going to bring. Problem is, they don't know where Paramount's ideological leanings are. Their true is. They knew where Netflix is. They knew where Netflix is. I'll let you have the faith. I'm not praying. I don't care about any of this. Moving on. Paramount says it released 15 Warner Brothers movies a year in theaters, reaffirms 45-day theatrical window. See, now I believe that from Paramount. I didn't believe it from Netflix, Ted Sarandos, but I do believe the Ellisons will keep a 45-day window because they are a studio. They are traditionally a studio. Whoa, wait, hold on. It's on the side here. Tom Holland and Zendaya got married. They finally got married. Man, I was hoping he would realize that she's going to kill his soul. And he would walk away from that. But man, well, Tom Holland, thank you for taking that sacrifice for the rest of us, I guess, because she's terrible. But yeah, so 15 Warner Brothers movies a year in theaters. That's a big ask. That's a big ask considering the money that would take. And if they go low budget, perhaps. But I don't know if they can live up to that statement. But we'll know in 2 years. We'll know in 2 years. Magical realist comedy The Fishman literally tells a fish out of water story. I don't care. Scary Movie 6 trailer. Wayne's Bros parody Sinners, Weapons, The Substance, and more. And horror spoof return after 13 years. We all know how I feel about the Scary Movie. You guys made me rewatch it for a chat. Maybe watch its reviews last year. It was last year at this point. It was last year. And I don't think Marlon and Sean are good enough writers. They really aren't. They're good comedic performers when they have to be, but they're not very good writers. And I do not think they can. Marlon Wayans, he to use the term just because we have to, he went woke. He fully went that way. I don't know about Sean. Haven't heard much from him, but Marlon Wayans, he drank the rainbow-colored Kool-Aid. He drank the rainbow-colored Kool-Aid. And I don't know if he has even a hint of an ability now to do the proper comedy require. And those movies, they really jumped the shark. Even you guys who like it, gotta admit it. You gotta admit those movies jumped the shark hard. So I don't think this one's gonna do well. I don't think there's an appetite for it because the comedy won't be there. HBO Max and Paramount Plus to combine into one streaming platform. Paramount says HBO brand will operate with independence. That's fine. All I know is that, according to everybody else, Paramount Plus needs to just basically take HBO Max's user interface and apply it, which they'll be able to because they'll own it. They'll own it. But yeah, so it'll happen. It'll happen. It'll be fine. Guy Ritchie's Young Sherlock delivers a perfect origin story. No, we don't need a Sherlock Holmes origin story. We did that once in the 80s. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. It wasn't great. I care about real Sherlock Holmes stories. Meet Bruce. He's got a long life of advertising mascots to honor in the quest to sell for Procter & Gamble. Yeah, good luck with that. Don't care. The Jim Carrey stuff, I don't care about that. Pinocchio Unstrung trailer. Wooden doll turns homicidal. Oh, okay. Pinocchio's going to kill people. That's fine. Listen, I'm not a Guy Ritchie fan. Some people want to put him up there as, Guy Ritchie, so cool. I could say I give fuck all about Guy Ritchie. I don't think his movies are that impressive, honestly. They're not. When you have to say fuck every third word, sorry. Tilly Norwood creator plans rapid expansion with the Tillyverse, where Norwood and other AI actors will live, collaborate, and build careers. I say do it just to hear Hollywood cry more. Just hear Hollywood cry more. I like that idea. All right, let's move on. Capcom hid an enormous secret about Leon Kennedy that you'll only realize after Resident Evil Requiem's credits roll. That's for Ori guys to tell me. I don't know. Viral Jim Carrey clone rumor addressed. Shut up. I don't care. It was Jim Carrey. He got bad Botox. Leave it at that. Rooster Fighter, exclusively trailer for Adult Swim's upcoming anime. Adult Swim still exists? That's news to me. That's news to me, man. Adult Swim still exists. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't care about an iPhone 17. I don't care about phones in general. Just get your phone and use it. You don't upgrade every year. That's retarded. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie teaser image offers first look at Amy's hammer. But didn't you see it in the post-credit scene of the last one? Didn't you see her hammer at the end of the last one? Why do we need to tease it? We already saw it, didn't we? I mean, I didn't watch the movies. I don't care about Sonic. I don't care. I haven't cared about Sonic since they got rid of my Freedom Fighters. That's the last time I cared about Sonic. I don't care about Sonic. Resident Evil Requiem's final puzzle has now been fully solved hours after a Pokemon YouTuber completed it by accident. Okay. Matt Dinneman says Dungeon Crawler Carl TV series is still very much alive. I don't know what that is, and I don't care. Already talked about this story here. Requiem criticized for immersion-breaking gore censorship in Japan. Well, that's a Japan problem. They have censorship stuff here. Don't tell me that. Nintendo announces Indie World Showcase for tomorrow. Expect news on games coming to Switch and Switch 2. There should be no more games coming to the Switch. It really should just be going to the Switch 2. You need a library. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, people are going to spend their money for Pokemon in 2027, but still, you have all of 2026. Switch 2 games. If they don't, I can tell you this. Even as somebody who doesn't give a shit, if they don't announce a full-on Mario game, a standalone Mario game, it's going to be bitchings and moanings, I predict. Bitching moments. Is that what's going on? That it's another Jim Carrey troll? I don't care about. It's a dumb story. Starfield PS5 release date, price, editions, all leak online ahead of official announcement. Don't care. Don't care. Something weird is going on with GTA 6 on PlayStation. Oh, no troll. No, I'm saying the guy's a liar, and to try and turn it into another Jim Carrey troll session is what I'm saying, and I don't care either way. All GTA 6 needs to do is launch on time. That's all it needs to do is launch on time. Listen, I'm not necessarily the strategy. I just think they need an actual Switch 2, an exclusive Switch 2 library, not halvesy. I mean, Pokemon Winds and Water, exclusive to Switch next year, that's important because it should be just Switch 2. Sorry, I meant Switch 2. Pokepia, Switch 2 only, that's important. But you need some foundational pillar games. You do. Resident Evil Requiem blows past Disney, Corey in the House, and Metal Gear Solid to join Claire Obscura Exorcism 3 as highest rated user-rated game on Metacritic. I've heard on nothing but mostly positivity about this, so I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it that people are really enjoying the game. Jed, did you finish it last night? Did you beat it? Resident Evil Requiem includes Leon's phone number. People tried to call it, and we're not happy. Oh, well. Pokemon claims, okay, then there's the puzzle. Remember that? God of War, we talked about it yesterday. Hearst said, don't. Oh, no, the creator. Oh, that crying baby. Sorry. God of War creator, a crying baby. Looks like he's shitting in the woods. Well, he's just probably annoyed because he's not getting any money. Extremely rare collectible demo floppy disk allegedly destroyed by U.S. Customs. Well, that's not nice. We sort of talked about this on Ballbusters on Friday. The whole, oh, no, I can't name a character. I mean, slurs. No. One more stream? Okay. Now we're going into old stuff we already talked about on our streams. Highguard Dev says the shooter leaned too far to its competitive scene, and that turned a lot of players off. No, what turned it off is that nobody gave a shit. Here's the spinoff. Okay, here's the spinoff about the Freya game. Again, we already talked about that. Nobody cares about Freya. We care that it's probably just another prequel. That's the problem here. Tons of Cartoon Network classics are now on Tubi. I've probably seen them all, and I don't ever want to watch them again. Okay, that's old stuff. Okay. Hollywood surveys mostly silent on Iran. Have Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers rumors chilled movie star protests? They're not all silent. Some of them are saying some heinous fucking shit. But we're not going to talk about that. Dean Cole mocks John Davidson's Tourette at NAACP award show as Hollywood backlash for Baptist incident continues. I'll say what I said last week. These are a bunch of crying babies who are pretending this is a big deal when it's not. Fuck all. It's a story nobody should be talking about, which is why I'm not going to talk about it any further. Disneyland announces increase in attraction uptime by 1.5 million rides in 2025. All right. I don't know theme parks enough to really weigh in on that. Oh, I got the hiccups. God damn it. Hold on a second. There we go. Holding breath works every time. Disney World extended evening hours moves to Disney Animal Kingdom. Paramount Sub Plus going to combine with HBO. Already talked about that. Waymo and Orlando Mayor announced driverless taxi service. No, thank you. She-Hulk cried about Scream 7 boycott and it failed. Variety claims black people need their own safe spaces after BAFTA's. I thought you guys spent decades not having one of your own spaces. What happened to not wanting to be segregated? God, they are so fucking stupid. So stupid. So stupid. All right, it's enough of this. That's enough of this. That's the news. I'm sticking to it. No more. No more. Give you guys a chance to think on it. Give you guys a chance to throw anything else out there that you want to maybe talk about, because we're almost at the hour. I've provided the required hour of entertainment. If you guys want to extend the show, that's fine. Of course, I will always be up for that. But if not, we're going to wrap it up. So, what do we got? What do we got tonight? All right, later today, expect the clipped out version of some of our discussion concerning Paramount and Warner Brothers, specifically the fate of what we think will happen to James Gunn in the DCU. So please check that out when it drops a little bit later this afternoon. At the same time, tonight, Jed and I are not doing any co-op streaming tonight. Instead, I'll be streaming some Star Wars: The Old Republic. Going to stream some SWTOR. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet. I do know we'll probably just warm up. I'll do some dailies. We'll warm up a little bit. Get nice and pumped up. Get those. Get that. I was playing a little bit yesterday because I haven't really had a chance until yesterday to really play. Got to remember how to play all the classes. That's part of it. Got to remember all the rotations, or at least my rotations, because that's the beauty of SWTOR. The rotations are fluid. You can do what you want. So we'll play some SWTOR tonight. Once we're in the stream, I'll probably let you guys choose what we're gonna do for the first story, because we still have 4 stories of the original stories to go over. We still have to do Trooper. We have to do Sith Sorcerer. We have to do Agent. And we have to do Smuggler. So we still got 4 stories to replay for you guys. So you guys are introduced to all the events and characters and all that kind of stuff before we go back to the new Jedi Knight that I created, which will then carry us through the combined storyline as we do that stuff. So you guys will get to choose that. How, when, why. I'll let that happen. Then let's see. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably more game streams. Probably do more of that. Thursday is Starfleet Academy Day, which means we won't have this stream. Friday, we'll be on one of the last episodes of Ballbusters. Saturday, No Man's Reviews. And, of course, Sunday Roundtable. And there'll be lots of gaming going on, because right now we are kind of buying gaming time until we have 17 days. So we're on a countdown, 17 days until Crimson Desert, which I'm very excited for. So look forward to that. And who knows, other stuff might come up this week. Might figure out other things. Anyway, incoming. I said it's danger. Essence danger. Danger, Adam. Danger. And also tonight, if we keep playing, Kel is going to log in at some point in SWTOR. So maybe we'll run some group stuff with Kel. If Weasel's internet is back, we'll do that. Maybe Jed will finish what he's doing. Maybe he'll just do some non-stream too. Who knows? Who knows what's going to go on? Trying to get people in there. I am more than happy to get people to play SWTOR. More than happy. It is one of my favorite MMOs of all time. Yeah, it still suffers its original flaw of content doesn't come out fast enough. But for new people, there's still plenty of content if you're playing with new people. And I still have to run so many characters through the older content so that they're up where they are. So either way, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm ready to have fun with it. I did love playing it last night, although there's very little. It ate up all the hard drive space on my mini. So next time they do an update, I might not have enough room. I might have to either get another. I might have to put on the external hard drive, or I might need to then suck it up and re-upload it, re-download it onto the partition where there is enough room. Of course, then I wouldn't be able to stream it as well because it doesn't like to stream on that. It just doesn't. Anyway. All right, let's see if Kratos has what he wants. Okay, here we go. Kratos, El Kratos for $35 for a chat made me watch this reviews. Speaking of the Wayans brothers, why don't you let us know how White Chicks holds up the room? Oh, White Chicks is a terrible movie. Oh, that's a bad one. Oof. All right, Wednesday. All right, so we have a chat maybe watch this reviews for Wednesday. White Chicks. Oh, that's just rough. That is rough. Man. I've seen that once, and I hated it. Yeah, I heard a sequel's being considered. I don't know how. This is the thing. The Wayans brothers used to do edgy comedy. I don't think they can pull it off anymore. I do not. All right, so the week is taking shape. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to send you guys over to Jed for Rider Flight. Go on over there. Have a good time. Feed him more weird ideas. Anyway. Black Chicks, I dare you. Who's going to play the Black Chicks? It can't be Black Chicks. It has to be people in blackface. They're cowards. They're all cowards. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got nothing left. We have a little bit of a roadmap for the week. I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the afternoon, get some stuff done so that we can stream for many unfettered hours this evening with some SWTOR goodness. Thank you all for being here this evening. I hope afternoon. I had a weird morning. Just let's leave it at that. Thank you guys for all being here. I appreciate your support all the time. You guys are what keeps us going. And hang on, because Kratos did that, we have to update the tier. It is now at 95. We're almost. All right, all right, there we are. We are $5 away from me having to carry Baby Yoda around the park. $5 more, and we cross that. $5. But we'll deal with that tomorrow because I'm not going to keep you guys any further. We're gonna wrap it up here. So thank you guys for hanging out today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Watch all their videos. Watch the reviews. Watch the streams. Leave comments. Hit the like buttons. We are this close to breaking through, guys. This close. We're right on that threshold of 5,000 subs. Right there. And your support gets us there. So I'll see you guys later tonight from some SWTOR streaming. Until then, take it easy. Have a good rest of your day.